Hey guys, today we're working on a Husqvarna pressure washer. Customer stated he'd start it up and run for a little bit, then it'd just die. Most likely a carburetor problem. So we're gonna start her up, see what happens, and probably just clean out the carb and see if that helps. So we'll get to it. So the first thing we're gonna do before we start this is make sure both our hoses are connected. Some water going in, water going out. They're all tight. Next thing we're gonna do is make sure it's on. That's off, that's on. You come over to your gas and your choke, make sure your choke is on, and then your gas is on. And then always want to have the water pressurized. I'll just turn it on real quick before you start it, because you can burn out the engine if you run it without any water. And then we can see we got water flowing, so I better hit this. Build up too much pressure. So first thing we're gonna do, get everything ready, get this ready. No pressure on it. Pull it and see if that starts it. Already checked for gas and oil, so I know I got both those. Well, it won't even start. So, just gonna take apart the carbon cleaner. All right, so we're getting ready to take this apart. First thing you gotta do is, if you can see, take this little cap off. Oh gosh, it's tight. Unscrew that. You can pop this whole system off. You get your air filter, so pop this wing nut off. Oh. Pop that off. Looks pretty dirty. Get back here. Put that off to the side somewhere where it's not gonna get too dirty. Now we gotta take off these two nuts right here. Probably a 10 mil, most likely. Oh yeah, always a 10 mil. All right, got those off. Oh, there's one on top right here. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, right there, or right there. 5/16 might work, just barely. Yeah, that should work. Adapter on there. Sweet. That out. There we go. I just caught nothing. So, got our gasket. Want to save that. So first thing I'm gonna do is clamp this off, pull off this hose clamp, and then we should be able to get that carb off. That's handy dandy line clamp, hose clamp. I can't tell if I'm grabbing the whole thing or not. Looks like it. All right, that shouldn't be going anywhere. I don't know if you can see, but right here's where the fuel goes in. It's just kind of hard to get off the angle it's on and how stiff it is. But yeah, you can see this whole carburetor just slides on these two bolts. Just kind of an interesting setup. Sometimes you use a screwdriver to get these up. To get this governor and throttle off. So this will be easy. Just grab it, twist it out, let that hang, and then this is connected. Let's see. Can't even tell it's in there. It's a lot easier to take off if it's off, if the carburetor's off, but can't really do that because, well, maybe it might have enough room once we get this fuel line off. I'm gonna turn that over. Make sure I pull that up a little bit more out of the way. Let's try pulling. I don't want to rip it, so we're not replacing it, but I need to get it off somehow. There we go. Probably like a little bit of fuel, but should be clamped off. Yep, just a tad. Oh, that just popped up. Okay, so that just slides directly straight in. That's easy enough. So we got our carb out. I don't know if you can see, but it's definitely got a bunch of grime.
and wear on it. So we're just gonna take the whole thing apart and put it back together. All right, so now we clean this out. We're gonna get this throttle screw out real quick. One of the main things that gums up is the throttle jet right below it. That's the throttle screw, that's the throttle jet. Usually you can just pop this up with a screwdriver carefully. Ooh, oh, yep. Didn't seem too gummed up, but you always just want to spray it out. I'm just gonna give the top a spray real quick to get all. Okay, now we're back. We spray out the screw and the throttle jet. Spray, there's one hole right here and then one hole in the bottom. Make sure those are cleaned out really well. Those to the side. Like I said, I always use a rag. My buddy taught me this, so if you drop anything, it dampens the bounce. Hopefully don't lose anything. Spray that, spray that. You're gonna spray down into the throttle jet too, just to get it all cleared out. And pretty much any hole you see, open that. But most likely you're gonna have some fuel left in your bowl, so I'm just gonna take this off and make sure everything works in there. You also got a bleeder valve, but it doesn't really matter. So you're gonna, guessing another 10 mil. Yeah. What do you? Oh my gosh, that's on tight. Okay. I got it. Okay. I said you're gonna have some fuel, so I gotta drain this into all the fuel into here. And usually this needle thing is sticking down. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, the needle's sticking down. On this one, it's sticking up with a spring. Just gotta remember that when you set it in. I just take them all apart and spray them all. The bowl's a little bit dirty, you know, a little bit of grime in there, but I got nothing. All clean. And that pin's all clean on a spray. Oop, that spring came off. Put that back on. That sucked to lose that. And yeah, our foot was pretty clean. Couple specks of dirt, nothing bad. That there. And again, like I said, any hole you see, you're just gonna spray it. When you're spraying carbs, make sure you use carb clean. If you use brake clean or other stuff, it can like melt all your gaskets and make them shrink or expand. So generally not a good idea to do that. But everything is looking nice and clean now. There's a couple spots I missed. Corners and whatnot. Yeah, see? Ooh. My gloves are expanding because I sprayed them so much. Now we're gonna put this back on just the opposite way you put it on, or take it off, I mean. So, ooh, where'd that go? Yep, spring on the little needle. The needle gets threaded like that. And it goes into that hole. And you get your pin, shove it through all of them. Kind of hard. Just gotta line them all up first. Oh, you put that on upside. Yeah, I put that on upside down. They should be facing the other way. Wonder why it wasn't going on. Whoops. Oop. Drop that. So this time, put it in like this. Mine was, when I took it apart, it was about that far out. We might have to adjust it, but we'll see if that's good or not. It just stops the throttle from going too far. So just gonna have to play with it until you find the sweet spot. But yeah, that's how you take that apart. Let's go put it back on. Okay, so we're back here. course, as you put these back on these holes, put this fuel line on. Come on, come on. I shimmy it on there sometimes. Sometimes grab it too, and don't grab it too tight though. There we go. Okay, so we got that that hose clamp. Can't really see it, it's hard to see. I can't see it. Grab them and slide them down. Boom. You can take these off. Boom. All right, we got that on. So you're gonna need to put this this back on. Sometimes you can, yeah, please. Just pull it back and slide it in. Yep, there's that one. And your little spring goes in that tiny hole. That tiny hole right there. So there we go. All right, spring's on, line's on. So that's all good. Oh, I'm feeling. Yeah, press it down sometimes to lock it in. So that's in all the way now. So let's go backwards. So from what we did, this goes on. Line up those two holes. Just kind of wiggle it in there. Don't want to force anything because then you can break stuff like that. Oh, come on, see, I'm already stuck somehow. And also, this hole needs to be lined up with this. So, and this nipple goes in this hose. Can't forget to do that. All right. You can always do that last, but it's easy to do it all together, kind of. There we go. I think it was the fuel line or fuel that was catching on me. This hose on. Okay. Okay. That's all good. So I think they're all lined up. I'm gonna try to get this one. Yeah, okay, it is lined up. That should be the 7/16, I think. All right, got my adapter. Take that, tighten. Just tighten that. Oh, should probably go over here. Once it gets tight, just snug it up a little bit. All right. Now, get your air filter on. Your wing nut. Put that on. I guess the first thing I should do is put these nuts back on for here for the carburetor cover. Lock that lock nut up, or wing nut. Only goes on one way. The bulge kind of lines up with that. Locks on, makes a clicking noise. And then yeah, just put this cover back on. And then we should be good to start her up. So again, make sure it's turned on. Get your water hoses on, water pressurized. Engine's turned on. Choke is on. Gas is open. Just spray that, make sure no pressure. It should start up. What's going on? We have some. There we go. Starting. Oh, that sucks. Oh, what happened? Just get her really tight, I guess, where she don't leak anymore. All right. Try it again. Open the fuel. What was that? Make sure nothing's open. Oh, come on. Still leaking? Well, that sucks. Turn the gas off. You have to put new bolts on that or a new cup. Hopefully not. It's appeared the old seal failed, so I'm just gonna buy a new seal and probably a new bolt. Probably come together and put her back on. So see you then. Okay, so the new parts just got in. That was the old one with the old gasket. Kind of see it's very old and shrunk up. This is the new one, nice and soft. So hopefully this one seals and doesn't leak. That's no big deal. I'll move this. So now we need these all the way over. Hopefully this housing fits it properly. Make sure to put your air hose on, that nipple on that hose right back here. Is that on all the way? Okay, that's lovely. So I'm gonna have to replace these with the old ones. Now we can get this piece on. Simple enough, fix. Yep, now they're popping out. Again, put that nipple through that hose. Okay, now we can start reassembling this. Got our new air filter. It's not full of junk like the last one. Wait 1 second. Did I put that O-ring on? No, I did not. That would have been bad. Yeah, don't forget this O-ring, or the gasket, and then only lines up one way. Yep, that's still good. Okay. I was looking and I was like, wait, I see those gaskets. I don't remember putting the other ones on. All right, since the wrench, we can't really break it because that's where it locks on. I'm gonna take this cover off so we can actually get some, actually move it over and get it out. That off. Should be able to. There we go. Broke it loose. Now we can. This one wasn't even gapped. It was. I don't know if you can see that clear or not. It's touching the rod, so that's not good. This one is gapped, so hopefully this runs a little bit better now. Would normally use a deep socket, but I lost my deep socket for this size, so. Okay, that's on tight enough. That back on. Reuse all the gas we took out earlier. Now we're gonna put this cover back on.
Found it. All right. There we go. Okay, they're all started. Now I can finish them. Right there. So first thing we're going to do is adjust the throttle screw. So we're going to pull that out a little bit. Once it's up and running, let it idle for a little bit, and then just adjust it and see if that fixes the problem. All right, there's some water on. My screwdriver handy. It might be warm enough to just pull it. We'll see. It's on. Feel. Oh. We're able to come to a medium ground. We just tamper with the screws a little bit until we basically got the right consistency. That's about how much these stutters usually. So we're gonna get this back to the customer and that's all good.